Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting episode of Wrestling Prime Lead. I am your lovable, humble host, the boat of broadcasting, Tom Dog. I'm here, and yeah, we got a pretty good show here tonight. Um, we are doing the review of AEW um AEW Dynasty, and so yeah, we're gonna get into that. Um, yeah, we're gonna have a lot. We're gonna have a lot of fun. And before we do that, we got to do the plugs and everything. So yeah, and gotta, yeah, I got the sharing the Coke with Adam. You decide whether I'm thinking Adam Cole, Adam Page, or Adam Copeland. Can't believe there's so many Adams. So, but anywho, um, this episode is brought to you by W Energy. And what is W Energy? It's an energy supplement that has no no sugar, no artificial colors, flavors, or dyes, and zero chances of you crashing. So if you don't want to get tapped out or pinned, go with the best. Go with go to w.gg right now. Use that promo code Brill that you see right there, and you use that promo code at the checkout, and you'll save 30% on your purchase, and 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 even better too. There's also zero chances of you getting your order delayed because of all those tariffs that are going around. So they made an announcement about that, and I talked about it on Friday. But so they won't get hit and everything like that. So, but you're only getting the best with Dubby. Use that promo code Brill at the checkout, and you'll save 30% on your purchase. Also, while you're doing some shopping online, why don't you go to champsports.com and get your official Brody Lee Reebok Classic leather sneakers that are only exclusive at champsports.com. And the Huber family will donate 100% of the royalties to the High Mark Caring, continuing Mr. Brody Lee's legacy of kindness, compassion, and community. So it's going to a wonderful cause, and it's a great way to pay homage to Brody Lee. And these sneakers look amazing. They really do. So, there's no word yet on the results of this match. Um, so nothing going on. Some matches still going between And nothing yet. Oh, okay. All right. So, so yeah, as of right now, nothing has happened. I guess the match is still going on, and so we haven't heard nothing yet. So while we're waiting for this match to wrap up, let us do the results of the rest of the match or the rest of the show, and we'll start off with 0 Hour. Um, Everybody knows 0 Hour. That's the free event that they show before the big event comes on. And so there was only two matches on 0 Hour, and we will we're going to get to that, which is the first match in there is Nick Wayne and crew taking on AR Fox in Top Flight. And so yeah, this was a normal match, and it was in a trios match, and this was like a normal match, the type of match that you would see on, yeah, this would be like a match that you would see on either Dynamite or Collision. So yeah, this was a pretty good um warm up match before the show came on, and that's what it's called. I like it, and a lot of aerial moves from all that was involved, and so yeah, this was a pretty decent pretty decent match. Everything. Um, and then of course everybody got involved, and Saban was doing a distraction, and and Layla Gray came out and took out Kip, and with the distraction going on right there, um, Mama Wayne came up and pushed AR Fox off the ropes, and that gave an opening for Nick Wayne to put his finisher and capture the win. And the winners of the match were Wayne and CRU. And so yeah, Rush and Andretti um, looked like they were having some issues with Nick after that match, but yeah, nonetheless, still a decent match. I give it a I give it a B plus. I think so. Yeah. Um, Up next, um, Max Caster came out and issued his open challenge, and getting that heat from the Philadelphia crowd and everything, and waiting for his open challenge, and lights went out for a little bit, and when the lights came back on, the lights came back on, and Anthony Bowens came out to huge, a huge pop, and Billy Gunn was in his corner, and he had new entrance music and new gear, and we haven't seen Bowens since the Acclaims split up, and yeah, this was oops. So yeah, this was this was pretty decent, and yeah, this was pretty good, and yeah, this was a pretty quick match and everything, and it's been a long day. Um, and Bowens put out the a spinning haymaker and captured a win. And even though this was a pretty much a squash, um, fans didn't really seem to care because they were good seeing Anthony Bowens back and for me, so I'm giving this a B minus. So, all right. So that is it with 0 hour with the zero with the 0 hour. Um, Now we are going on to the Dynasty review, and before we do that, let's see if anything happened. Let's see if anything changes. Okay. So yeah, nothing yet. So okay. Um okay, opening contest for Dynasty is um the first round of the Owen Hart men's tournament quarterfinal. Will Ospreay taking on Kevin Knight, and just to get everybody up to speed, for anybody who doesn't know, Kevin Knight replaced uh, who did he replace? Oh, Jay White. He um he replaced Jay White, and because Jay White sustained an injury and was unable to compete in the Owen Hart tournament. So um all right, so Kevin Knight comes out, and so yeah, the match goes on, and definitely uh, back and forth between these two. Awesome presence, more high flying moves and everything like that. Definitely, um, definitely was. It was a really good opener, and everything. So yeah, this was they're looked like they were evenly matched and everything like that. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And Will Ospreay takes the win, and and Will Ospreay advances, and so yeah, solid A, solid A for that one, and yeah, a lot of respect there between these two, and so yeah, um, Kevin Knight is a good addition to AEW. So what a good presence. Up next, the Hurt Syndicate defends their AEW Tag Team Championships against Big Bill and Brian Keith of the Learning Tree, and decent match between with both teams. Both have a pretty good presence and everything like that. Very good. Um, Not bad. And classic paper laid back tag match and everything. Fans were really pretty decent. But then after near the end of the match, MJF showed up in the crowd, hit Bill with his diamond ring, and Benjamin and Lashley weren't too happy that he was there, and finished off the Keith and Bill, and the Hurt Syndicate retained the titles. And so yeah, it's a solid B match, very good. And so we'll see what happens on Wednesday when they and yeah, so yeah, it was very decent match. Okay, the Owen Hart Women's Tournament quarterfinal. The first match for there features Mercedes Monet taking on Julia Hart. And pretty decent, pretty decent match. Another classic laid back match. Something that you would see on either Dynamite or Collision. And so yeah, nothing much really to talk about in this one, but it was still a very decent match. Fans um, were more for Julia Hart, and but at the end, Mercedes Moné picked up um, picked up a win with a unique combination, and advance in the tournament. Mercedes Moné defeated Julia Hart. B minus. B minus. Um, excuse me. Okay, let's see what's going. Before we get to the next match, I'm just reloading to see if. Oh, we got the media scrum. Okay. So, okay, so there's no the media scrum. So I don't know who won. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reload this page. There we go. Okay. Should be out right now. The trios tag championships are on the line. Champions, the Death Riders, defending them against Rated FTR. And fans were more in for this match because we were going to see how Cash and Dax were going to get along because they've been having some issues, but they seem to be paired fair after what happened on Collision the other night. So yeah, that was pretty good. Um, and pretty seemed to be seemed like a quiet at the beginning, but later on it picked up momentum, and fans were pretty much all into this match and everything. And so yeah, a lot of back and forth and everything. Great storytelling um, between the six of them, and so, but more so with Rated FTR. And you'd have you'd have put in use the Bushido knee to Hardwood, and picked up the win for his team and retained the titles. And so Rated FTR was left in the ring, and so recovering their losses and everything. And after they wind up posing together, Dax hit Copeland with a pile driver out of nowhere, and then grabbed two chairs. Set up. It was about to set up Copeland for a concerto, but he wanted Wheeler to do it, and uh, looked like they were gonna split up right then and there because of what happened. But then after pushing throwing the chair away, Then after that, he helped Cash helped Dax to hit their finisher onto Copeland. So it was a swerve there and everything like that. And then spiked Copeland with a pile driver onto a chair, and then finished him off with a concerto. Solid B match. Um, yeah, not bad. So, a lot of questions will be answered on hopefully on Wednesday. We shall see. Up next, Toni Storm defends her Women's World Championship against Megan Bayne. And another classic match and everything. Very good um, between the two. Um, very very decent match between these two. Both were out there and everything, and was not too bad. Not too bad. And so yeah. Um, so uh, pretty decent, decent fight and everything. Storm retains the Tony Storm retains their championship after a pinning combination. Not too bad. Not too bad. Solid B. Up next, um, Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe in the Owen Hart Men's Tournament quarterfinal. And fans were all into this match. Very decent. Um, Another one of those classic matches. And so yeah, it was, fans were all in on this match and everything. Uh, Kyle Fletcher defeated Briscoe to advance, and now it's 2-2 in their feud. So it pays off for something there, and the match gets a B plus. Excuse me. And the Ring of Honor World Champion Chris Jericho defends his title against Bandito, and if and it's title versus mask. If Bandito does not get the championship, he would have to relinquish his mask. So the crowd again still very interested in this match, so yeah, this was Jericho hit Bandito with a code breaker um, at the beginning, and so didn't help much. And and Jericho stayed on him, still stayed on him and everything, and also in between taunting Bandito's family. Um, this was a back and forth match. Um, nothing really home to go. Nothing really much to go home with. It was still a decent match though, and the um, referee got distracted, and Jericho. Let's see. Keith showed up. Brian Keith showed up on doing a run in, and Gravity came out of nowhere and fought Keith. And the referee was distracted long enough for Jericho to hit Bandito with a bat for the pin, and Bandito's family told the ref about Jericho using the bat, and that led to the ref calling for the match to be restarted. Uh, then Bandito immediately hit Jericho with a boot to the face, followed by his finisher for the win, and becomes the new Ring of Honor World Champion. Okay. Up next is Daniel Garcia versus Adam Cole, and this is for the TNT Championship. Stipulation is no time limit and no outside interference. So let's see. Before we get to that, let's see. Let's see. I almost scribbled Mark with those buckle bombs on the barricade. Yeah. Um, that part I missed in the review. And anyways, how's it going there? See Money? Good to have you on. Whoops, I almost hit end stream. I was trying to switch over to the review notes. Oh my god. It's been a long day today. Really long day. Um so this um so this match between Adam Cole and Garcia, this is really good and everything like that. Awesome match. Back and forth, and a lot of good moments there because no one's there to interfere, and of course, no one's there to um, uh, have a ended a draw. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, not too bad from what's going. Adam Cole was selling an ankle injury, and Garcia capitalized on it, and looked like he had the match won there, but no. Cole made a comeback and doing it with a crucifix pin, and but Garcia took grabbed the ankle lock and putting more pressure on that injured leg. Still back and forth with these two, and Garcia attempted a pile driver in the middle from the middle rope. Cole made a desperate counter that set him up for a Panama Sunrise. Hit the two, followed by a running knee for the pin to become the new TNT champion. Adam Cole offered a handshake, and Garcia took it, raised his hand with a look of defeat on his face. Adam Cole becomes the new TNT champion. Excuse me, my nose is running. And so yeah, solid B plus match. Um, Definitely very decent. Up next, Kenny Omega defends his international championship in a three-way against Ricochet and Speedball Bailey. And this match was highly anticipated and everything, and this match did not disappoint. Everybody was in on this. The crowd was definitely on their, you know, definitely in on this match, and near falls from everybody. Definitely respectful. With Ricochet and Speedball. Looking forward to more matches between those two. And then Omega hit Ricochet for with the one-winged angel for the win. And Kenny retains the international championship, and crowd was definitely onto this match. Everybody loved this match, and at the end, the end of that, there, Mega was celebrating. Then Okada came out, and looks like they're going to be doing a title for title pretty soon. And so yeah, solid A match. Solid A match. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. Okay. That was a weird spot. Rico going in for the super Superposing run on Speedball. Kenny comes over, steals Rico, and somehow Speedball is caught in a trio wall. Thank you. Oh, yeah. This weather over this Connecticut weather does not seem to does not you know doesn't want to make up its mind whether it wants to be warm or cold. And then plus also it rained too, so yeah. So yeah. Uh, like I said, I had a long day today. Plus it was rain. Like I said, it was raining earlier, and it was pretty crazy. And see what happened was earlier this morning, I had there were three bears. Insert joke here. So no Goldilocks. But I remember these. I recognize these bears because last year they were cubs and now they're bears. So they were going after my trash and my property, and I was not too far. I wasn't. I was pretty close to them, and I shooed them away. I'm not lying. Scout's honor. I was not lying when I say that. I mean, if I'm lying, Scout's honor, I I shooed them away and everything. So yeah, I was so trying to make a good analogy on how far I was. Um, the ring's 20 by 20. The ring, a standard wrestling ring is 20 by 20. I would say if I was if I was standing in one of the if it's brown lay down, if it's black right back, if it's white good night. Well, luckily I don't have to worry about any polar bears, so that's good. And so these were black bears and everything. So yeah. Um I mean they're adorable, but still. And so standard ring, like I was saying, was 20 by 20. So I would say from where I was standing, I would be standing in the middle of the ring, and the bears were and one of the bears was on the corner, was on one of the corners. So yeah, that's how close I was. That was pretty much how close I was to those bears. And so yeah, I I should have videotaped it, and yeah, I think that would have been really good. It's like Dom Dog don't mess around when it comes to bears. And my father's wrestling name was the Bear too, so I guess dogs are not intimidated by bears. So yeah, that's what happened. So yeah, I wasn't messing around because you know there's a lot of bear sightings in my town, so in my neighborhood. So yeah, it's not common. So I had to clean up some trash, and I was still shooing them away. I said, get the hell out of here. And everything. I was not messing around. And I can literally bark like a dog, but I didn't want to startle them and everything like that because I don't want to know what they would do. But I think just me just overstanding my dominance really spoke for itself. So yeah. So up next is the main event. John Moxley defending the AEW title against Swerve Strickland. And so this was another laid back match. And sure enough, this match got started at 11:50. And so yeah, AEW these AEW pay-per-views have been doing some really long uh, things, and so yeah, some back and forth between the two, and pretty much going through hell and back and everything like that. Pretty crazy. Um, well, these picnic baskets were more trash cans and everything. So, but yeah, I after I cleaned up the mess and everything like that, I had a harness. I had to strap them down so that they won't so that nobody will go after them. So yeah, so I showed those bears who boss. I did. I showed those bears who's the big dog around here. So yeah, I wasn't messing around. But if they come back, I will. So so yeah. The So anyways, going back to this match, um, this was pretty brutal for what it was. For what, and wasn't like no hardcore rules, but still, um, Swerve uh got busted open, and Marina Shafir got involved, um, and Prince Nana got in her way, and but she took him out with the briefcase before Mox, and Moxley accidentally hit her with the cutter. Moxley set up a ladder and ended up fighting on top of it until Swerve put Moxley through the Spanish announce table uh, with a double stomp. Ref got taken out with a chair, and a few minutes later, Adam Page came out and set up for the buckshot lariat, and as both men got up, but the other Death Rider stopped him before he can choose who to hit. Hangman took out all three, then hit the dead eye on Mox. The Ops rammed down and fought off the Death Riders. Strickland set Moxley up for the swerve stomp and hit a flush. Lights went out before they could make the cover. Lights came back on, and they hit Swerve. Lights came back on and hit Swerve with the BTE trigger. Ref crawled into the ring, made the count to declare Moxley the winner. Um, doesn't say who they was. And but I will say this though. Lay the smack down on their Brody Poo asses. How much you want to bet Moxus has lunch in the briefcase? I wanna think that maybe there's green slime. Remember the green slime spot when he had a briefcase in WWE? Um, um, but I will say this: when the lights came on, the Young Bucks came out, and that um, that's who it was. I was like, I don't know who's proofreading these results, but they forgot to mention that it was um the Young Bucks that came out and when the lights came back on, hit Swerve with the BTE trigger. Um, so wasn't needed, but still it was still we'll probably figure out what happened, why they were there. And, anyways, it's good that they finished their tour in Japan. So yeah, not bad. And so Moxley retains the championship and B plus match. So um, overall grade, I would say definitely a B plus match show. Match of the night, definitely the triple threat match. Worst match of the night, I would have to go with I would have to go with Mercedes Monet and Julia Hart. Felt like a $50 dynamite. Yeah. Oh yes. And now for a Dynamite Wrestler of the Week. Once again, we are we are giving our Dynamite Wrestler of the Week to none other than Kenny Omega. So this is pretty much the second pay-per-view that I've give him his second so far. So yeah, not bad and well deserving and not bad at all. So, alrighty. Okay. Um, so if there's nothing else left to talk about, I am actually going to call it a night. And so yeah. Um, so yeah, we got a lot to catch up on this week and everything like that. So yeah, we're pretty much going to be back into the full swing with everything, and we're actually going to have a good time with that. Um, Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you, C Money, for hanging out with us again tonight. And be sure to follow me on Blue Sky at TomDog247. If you missed any of tonight's episode, you can check it out as soon as I turn off the camera. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Comment down below what you thought of AEW Dynamite. What was your favorite match? And let us know. Thank you, C Money. Thank you. You're always going to have fun on the on my stream because it's always fun. Nothing but fun here on this channel. So, um, oh, excuse me. Um, so let us know what you thought about Dynamite and what was your favorite match. Let us know in the comment section down below. Ring the bell to stay notified of what I'm going to be doing next. And support small streamers like myself by doing the most important thing that you can do for us small streamers like myself, and that is giving that subscribe button the finisher. And we will be back here on Saturday with another episode of Wrestling Prime Elite. Thursday, after the Nintendo a wonderful Nintendo month, we're back to our normally scheduled nonsense on our normally scheduled tomfoolery on Channel X, and we're gonna find out what's in this. Yes, I managed to pick up the Minecraft meal at McDonald's, and we're gonna find out what's in this box. And who knows, maybe I'll buy another one. Who knows? And it's all depending. All depending. uh and Friday we're gonna be got another fun-filled episode of the original Wrestling Prime, where we're going to be doing our predictions for WrestleMania, as well as the what if scenario between Bret Hart and Owen Hart at WrestleMania 10, um, if it was done differently. And also, little added bonus too, I am going to review WWE 2K25. So yes, I finally picked that up, and we're gonna have some fun with that. So stay tuned, and we're gonna do a lot of good things. Um, so with that being said, thank you all again so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on Thursday with Channel X. Till then, this is Tom Dog saying, take care, so long, peace. Have a good night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week.